but the powers of control in the music industry and the film industry are not located in Gainesville or places like here. So they're centralized. So at some point you have to have some connection with Hollywood or with these other places, in order to make it actually happen. Yeah.
Is that in some ways like the end of innocence when you have to deal with these types?
I don't know. I mean, I'm the kind of person I can theorize about that, but I've never had any interest in Hollywood or trying to make it or these type of things. So I've always rejected these type of things and have. So I never dealt with them.
So what brought you to California? You live there, right?
Yeah, I do live in California. Yeah, so I moved to California to be with my guru and to be closer to my spiritual center. And I live at my guru's house at the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram. And so I found, so back in the day in Gainesville, Joaquin and I would be hanging out, having fun, partying down. And you wake up after partying and you're like, oh man, I'm so hungry. And oftentimes we would get up and we'd say, hey, what time is it? Oh man, let's go to the Krishna Lunch. Because every day, without fail, the Hare Krishnas would serve massive amounts of delicious vegetarian food. And we would love going to the Krishna Lunch and have nice food, and just by donation, so you just need a couple bucks or whatever, and so we would eat this Krishna food and a lot, and I started to study the philosophy and the philosophy of the Hare Krishna philosophy and the philosophy of the Vedic scriptures of ancient India is undoubtedly the most profound source of all spiritualism and science and metaphysics in the world. So as perhaps Joaquin moved more into acting and things like that, I went deeper and deeper into the spiritual realm. And by the grace of the Supreme Lord, in 1996, I met my Divine Master, Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj, and he basically made my life perfect. And since that moment, I've been living and practicing this ancient philosophy, and it's something that I find amazingly beautiful and full of fun and love and music and sound, dance. Because the Hare Krishna philosophy is very simple. We sing, we dance, and we eat really good food.
Well, now that you talked about it, what is life in the ashram like, where you live?
Yeah, so ashram life is nice.
Yeah.
So we have a beautiful property, 28 acres, in the mountains of Santa Cruz, California, overlooking the ocean, the Monterey Bay. And every day there's multiple offerings. It starts at the beginning of the day with Mangal Arti. And Mangal Arti is in the morning, 5:30, and we sing and dance. And before that, there's a little offering of milk sweets that are given to the deities. And then there's a noon offering, then there's a breakfast offering, which is usually about a 7-course feast. And then there's a noon offering and a noon arti where they dance and sing. And then they offer a noon, which is usually 9 to 12 course feast. And then Krishna likes to take a little nap after lunch. And then after the nap, he likes to wake up and have some fruit, a couple of different types of fruit and some smoothie or some sort of juice. So there's that offering. And then we do some more dancing and singing. And then in the evening, and then we have another offering of delicious dinner, which is usually we simplify it to about 5 courses, and then we go back to sleep and wake back up and do it again. In other words, it's the good life. We just sing, dance, and eat, and then sing, dance, and eat some more, and then sing, dance, and eat some more.
That does sound nice.
And it's delicious. It's the delicious life, and you're invited.
Okay.
Anytime you want to come to California, and you're always
Good to
invited.
know.
Yeah, and you too, Zach.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you ever invite Joaquin there?
I haven't seen him since I've been in there, since I've joined up with him. And
How long have you been there?
I've been there for a long time. Yeah, over 15 years. Yeah, yeah, and I haven't bumped into Joaquin in a long time. I always, I always feel strongly in my heart. Always send love to him. He's my brother. Yeah, and we grew up in such beautiful times, and I will always love him. But it's been a long time since we've seen each other, and I hope one day, we bump into each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.